Hey Seeker, thank you for joining. So this is a wolf and this is about wolves. So normally I don't like to go to zoos. I don't like the notion of a zoo because I don't like the notion of a wild animal in captivity. But A, sometimes I like to do things that I don't like to do to stretch my boundaries, and B, I woke up today with an urge, a real urge to see wildlife, and that's basically my only opportunity currently. Now, I just had a very interesting guided tour about wolves that gave us an explanation about this beautiful animal. And then at the end of it, I asked, hi. It's so beautiful. I think, hi, what's up? Sorry, I just have to stop and say hello. It's so magnificent. Hello, yeah, this is for you. Say hello to all the seekers that find you amazing and beautiful. Thank you for joining. It's so weird because they actually have a big space here, and he's like, now be like, oh, I think I'm gonna come say hello. Wait, let me put this down. Hey, you here? Okay, we'll let him join back when he wants to. So I asked, what's the sense, like if she sees any sense in having this wild beast in captivity, and what does she think about the whole notion, because the girl that gave us the explanation and the tour about these wolves, she had such admiration and love to that creature. So I just genuinely asked her, like, what does she think? And she said something very interesting, and I bet there'll be some of you that'll have something to say about that. I'd love to read your comments and tell me what you think, because I have my reservations, and it's complex, right? But the thing that we need to ask ourselves from what she answered is not why we have zoos, it's why do we need zoos? The reason that we even need to have this thing. And I was like, well, why do we need it? Because I anticipated a response such as, oh, entertainment, whatever. But she gave me a pretty interesting answer. Wait, let's see this guy again. Hey. Oh, it's pooping. We're seeing a wild wolf pooping. Well, not so wild, but let's let him do it. It's because it's fun to see. And it's so symbolic that we're seeing it through the bars. Those are for our protection, but still. Okay. All right. So the answer that she actually gave me is, listen, in the wild, their life expectancy is about 8 to 10 years. Here in captivity, it's about 14 to 16 years because they get the best treatment from regular food to vet care and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, but it still takes away from their natural instincts and their nature, how they are, created to live. So maybe they're better off with having 8-10 years in the wild as opposed to 14-16 years in captivity. I know I would probably prefer that. And she said, yes, but, and here's the problem. Right now in the US, for example, take Yellowstone and other places. So the wolves movement is very limited to a very specific mileage, like square mileage. Forget how much exactly, but these wolves, they don't know those laws, right? They're not aware of that. So they roam and travel and walk around in packs, and once they step out of that limit space, they get shot. They get shot as if, oh, you broke the law. Or because the reason being is because they eat cattle. They go for the easiest prey, right? But they don't know that, and then they get shot. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people don't know. Wolves are needed for the ecological system to exist, okay? When they took out wolves from Yellowstone, everything there died, because what happens is that they don't hunt, and then the deer, for example, they overpopulate, they eat all the greenery, everything gets dry. Somehow it also affects other animals. Beavers disappear, for example, and the entire ecological system just drops when wolves are away. Very similar to bees. So we walk around thinking that we allow them to roam somewhere in the wild, and we give them limitations on where they can be. And this is not about whether or not we have that was beautiful. This is not a question of whether or not we wish to grant them the ability to exist in the wild. This is actual a necessity for our survival. The ecological system needs wolves and other creatures, bees and more, to keep existing. Not like us, for example, which unfortunately for us, the ecological system doesn't actually need. It doesn't really need us. So this raises a big question. Okay, I'm like, okay, I don't like zoos because I don't like to see animals in captivity. But she's telling me, listen, by having these wolves and by explaining to people how beautiful and magical and important they are, maybe that could potentially raise more awareness and more empathy and love to these beings, and less, and then maybe less people will want to hunt them down or get rid of them or whatnot. So by loving these creatures in the zoo, it promotes love for these creatures in the wild, which is very important. So yeah, I don't like seeing animals in captivity, but who knows the difference between captivity and protection. In some cases, the line is very gray, of course. And also I feel like if we as a culture, as society, if the governments would have a bigger, smarter, wiser, more ecological awareness to the importance of these magical beings, then we wouldn't be needing these zoos to protect them or to prevent them from accidentally walking around where they think they're allowed to walk, but they don't know that man created a law that prohibits them from crossing a certain boundary, and then they get shot and killed. So that raises a lot of questions for me. I'm still not a fan of anything that is wild that's supposed to be in captivity, but I have the understanding that it's complex. It's complex, much more complex than that we would like it to be, much more complex than we know it is. I'm just walking, following the wolves. I know that you can see them behind me occasionally. Anyway, so I guess if we want to think of like what other questions that might raise, what I just said. Hi, every time this wolf comes by, I lose my train of thought and I get all, because I'm in love with them. They're beautiful. I guess the questions that arise from this, if I can think of a message to give you guys. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of don't know what to do with my water bottle. Okay, and I want to fix my hair. Here, let me put on my hat and then I'll feel better talking to you guys. There we go. That's better. Can you see me? Okay. So I guess the question, or should I say the understandings that I have from this is, let's see, how do I phrase this? We can't judge something until we experience and learn about it, right? Because there's always a hidden explanation or a hidden reason that we might appreciate or might not, I guess I should encourage you then to do what I did today, which is the things that you don't appreciate, the things that you don't like, the things that you object, A, to stretch your boundaries, and B, to learn more about them, about their necessity and what stands behind them. You might strengthen your opinion, you might flex your opinion and learn something new. And I'm really encouraging you guys to do that. I learned today. I learned something new today that I didn't know before that. So yeah, life is not black and white. Right and wrong is not black and white. And I'm still not into the notion of a zoo, but I do understand the complexity of it, and that what we really need to consider is not why are there zoos, but, well, actually, yeah, it's not the zoo itself that is the problem, but it's the thing that leads to the necessity of having a zoo that is the problem. Okay, where basically we eliminate nature, we eliminate the wild animals, and they need, because we kill them, they also need us to save them. So if we don't kill them in the first place, and if we don't hunt them down in the first place, then there wouldn't be a need, a necessity for places like this. And yeah, I guess the awareness and the knowledge that it brings to the public is also very important. Do you know that I'm talking about you? Is that why you're here? No, it's so interesting because this guy, he has a place to roam around. He doesn't have to be in my frame, and he's like, hi. Oh my God. Oh my God. I also read something beautiful when I entered here. A lonely wolf is a sad wolf, because wolves live in packs. They're very family oriented, they're very group oriented, they strategize their hunt, and their social structure is very similar to humans. Like, very few animals in nature, the wolves and a few other primals have that social structure. And apparently it's not a matter of alpha and beta, meaning alpha like the leader male. It's more of like a mother and father. Like, alpha will be the father, and the rest of the pack is not that it's the weakest or, not as important. It's just like families, like parents and children. So those are just amazing animals, and they're very, very important to the ecological system. So learn to love them. And if you have cattle, please don't shoot them down, because they do what you do. Okay? They search for food, and they've been here first. They've been here first, so respect them and figure out a solution that does not include killing a creature that creates your ecological system that allows you to live. Seriously. Now I'm going to show them to you for a little bit. Let's see if I can turn this around. I don't know if I can. Hi. How you doing? Gorgeous. A lonely wolf is a sad wolf. I love that. And I love you guys. So thank you for sticking around and being part of my journey, and for listening. And you know what? Write in the comments. Let me know what you think about what I said, or add any information you think might be relevant. Love. Bye. Hum, 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 hum. Hey, 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 hey. Yo tai, yun ka tai, na we na hey hey. Yun ka tai na ya, yun ka tai, na we na hey hey. Hum, 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 hey, 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 yo tai, yun ka tai, na we na hey, hey. Yun ka tai na ya, yun ka tai, na we na hey, hey. Hum, 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 hey, 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 yo tai, yun ka tai, na we na hey, hey. Yun ka tai na ya, yun ka tai, na we na hey, hey. Hum, 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 hey, 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 yo tai, BUNKAI nawe nahe BUNKAI nahaya BUNKAI nawe nahe Shir lama'alot v'sainai e'arim me'ayin yavo Ezri mein Hashem Ose shamayim va'aretz Alipol amot raglecha Al yanum shomrecha Yomam hashemesh lo yakeka V'yereach balayla Hashem yishmorcha Hashem tzilcha Al yad yeminecha Hashem yishmor tzedcha uvoecha Me'ata ועד עולם מעתה ועד עולם שיר המעלות אשא עיניי אל ההרים מאין יבוא עזרי Ezri mein Hashem Ose shamayim va'aretz aliten lamot raglecha Al yanum shomrecha Hine lo yanum elo yishal shomer Israel Hashem shomrecha Hashem tzilcha Al yad yeminecha Hashem yishmor tzedcha uvoecha Me'ata ve'ad olam Me'ata ve'ad olam. So, first part was a prayer in Native American. Second part was a prayer in Hebrew. I'm walking in the woods, in the forest, on a mountain, which I will not mention the name of it. Not because I don't want to share, but because although most of you are fantastic, some of you are psychos and just really want to stalk me and know where I'm at. Not going to give you that. But for the majority of you that I adore and very happy and grateful to have on my journey, I'm sharing this essence. After I, ended the video with the wolves, I felt like it was, something was missing. I didn't want to finish it at that. And I knew it was coming here to keep my travel for today, to continue my travel for today. And I was walking in the woods, as you've seen me now, and I'm alone here. And it made me think of the whole lonely wolf as a sad wolf notion, because my entire life I kind of considered myself to be a lone wolf. But recently I'm feeling myself shifting. My molecular structure is literally shifting towards, gearing towards, the element of being a part of a pack. Alpha, omega, all that jazz doesn't really matter as much as the essence of being apart. And I was walking on this trail alone, but I wasn't feeling alone. Does that make any sense? Like, I mean, I'm not insinuating for spirits. I'm just referring to everything that is around me all the time. You know, this planet, this earth is a live being. It's breathing, it's growing, it's dying. It has an existence, it has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You know that song. And we are a part of it. And as I'm walking here in these woods, talking to the camera, yeah, you will listen to me and hear me when you'll press play, but right now, it's just me here. And all these trees, and I'm not scared. Not at all. My battery is about to run out. I know exactly how to get back to my car. I've been walking for more than 30 minutes, but I know I'll find myself. I just know it. And this is like very symbolic for the whole lone wolf is a sad wolf. I get it now, you know, because even though physically I'm not really walking with anyone else right now, I'm walking with you guys in a way. Walking alone right now, as opposed to other times in my life in the past where I walked alone, was different. Back then I was a lone wolf. And I took pride in that. And I'm not saying that it was wrong. It was accurate. It was perfect for then. But today, as I seemingly walk alone, I know I'm not alone anymore, you know? And if I were alone, I'd be sad. The whole notion of the wolf today changed for me. You know, before that, a lonely wolf, a lone wolf. That was the essence of the wolf, right? That was the essence of me. And today, you know, I learned something very different about wolves. They're not loners at all. And it's so symbolic to how my journey is evolving. I am no longer a lone wolf. It's just, other than the fact that I have all of you guys and I have amazing friends and just a full life, I have all of this. We always have all of this. This is just, if this is not a proof of eternity and of how everything always continues to exist, no matter what, then I don't know what is. It's just, if any of you is sitting, oh hi beetle, you want to see some life? Can you see it? Oh, it's an ant. It's a huge ant or a bee. I don't know what that is. Whatever. It is what it is. Be what you are. If someone is out there sitting right now thinking to themselves that they are alone or like consider themselves to be a lonely wolf, then you should know it's just a matter of time until you'll discover your true essence, which is being a part of this magnificent pack. Wolves, you know, like humans, they grow up with their alpha and omega, mother and father, as a part of a pack. And then when they grow up, they roam and travel to find a mate and create their own new pack, just like us humans. So maybe you are at your roaming stages, but it's your essence to at one point find your place. You will, seeker. You're not alone. And if you feel alone now, it's a part of your journey, your natural journey. You're not different, you're not weird. You're wonderful. You're just as you need to be. Wherever you are, you're exactly where you need to be. With your first pack, with your made a new pack, or in between. Either way, you're perfect. Anyway, this is what I needed to say. The prayer that I sung for you guys, the Native American one, the Hebrew one, It's for you to take with you on your journey. I'm going to start heading back because it's not yet. I mean, there's still clear sky, but I can already tell that it's about to go dark. And I want to have a little bit of battery left just in case it really goes dark so I can use the flashlight. But don't worry. The fact that I've posted this, there's no reception here. The fact that I've posted it and you see it shows you that I'm okay. Because it means I got back to the car and charged my phone and all that jazz. So, yeah, we're November now, right? So check out your general reads. They're already up, all of them for November with the extended. The extendeds are all up also on my Vimeo. All links below as normal. Email me if you want a private reading. Take those prayers that I've given you. You're not alone, dear wolf. Either way, you got me. See you next time.